You can build a house. You can adopt a puppy. You can.
So we have one GameStop pickup. Found a little bit of a janky copy of Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise for the PlayStation 4. This is the blue case, which is more expensive than the red case for whatever reason. I know the blue case sealed is $100. I've seen the used go for roughly around $35 on Mercari. So went ahead and picked this up. Was a little bit of a bang for a buck here. We're gonna keep it moving.
Problem is here, since I have a lot more of the same one, the computer won't let me do nothing other than soften for the same thing. Now maybe a store that doesn't have these headphones, maybe they'll let them soften for another one.
I don't want to go. I want to put it on.
No, that's right. If you don't like this one or something, you maybe would have to go to another store. But unfortunately here, only thing I can do would be just soften for the same headsets in case since they don't work.
That's supposed to be they're supposed to be playing first, but we like those to let me go back. That's why. If you tell me that I'm not buy nothing. Everything I buy is what I do. That's why I'm going to school. You buy it, just so me like this. You didn't want to buy. That's not working.
But like I said, reason why GameStop does none of those things is because now these things we wouldn't be able to sell them again. GameStop would take a loss and all that. That's why they don't offer any money back.
So, but how can I try it? That working.
No, I get it. I don't like it either, but that's just how GameStop does it, unfortunately. Like I said, GameStop doesn't offer nothing in case you don't like a headset.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. So it's been a semi-productive first half of the weekend. We're just about done with Saturday, and I did get a chance to go to a couple of GameStops. Now I am a little bit disappointed because I did go to one GameStop. It was a GameStop that I had gone to that had a copy of Gravity Rush. Of course, when I went back, it's gone. And that just goes back to one of the videos that I had posted before, where I talked about how sometimes I feel like they just play games in the store. And if you saw some of the clips that I played at the beginning of the video, you might have heard an argument between a customer and one of the GameStop employees, where basically the GameStop employee was basically telling him that he couldn't get a refund on, I think, a pair of VR goggles or something like that just didn't work. And one of the excuses that I hate hearing this excuse is when I hear like the system or the machine won't allow me to, because I've worked in retail, I've worked with cash registers, and I've worked with POS systems, and there's always a workaround. The system won't allow me is such a cop-out. It's I feel like, now if there are former GameStop employees, or if there are current GameStop employees who can speak to this, let me know down in the comments. How limited are you by your machines when it comes to refunds and when it comes to making exceptions? I understand that if you override the system, perhaps you might wind up getting in trouble for maybe doing an override. But I don't know if that necessarily means that the system is preventing you from doing XYZ. And if that's the case, then GameStop really needs to look into that, because I do believe that there are circumstances and situations that are extenuating. I think that there are certain exceptions, and GameStop should be prepared to deal with those when they happen, because if not, you might wind up having a situation where you've got a very, very disgruntled customer on your hands, especially if they were informed or given instructions by a not so informed employee. And this is what big part of the reason why things need to be consistent across the board. And everyone should be doing the same practices at all stores. It shouldn't be, oh, well, and I literally heard the employee say, well, I can't refund you at this store because I still have some more of that product in stock. But maybe if you go to a store that doesn't have any more, maybe they can refund you. Like, what is that? Like, that cannot be the case. Like, basically, he was trying to say that because he had more of the VR glasses in the store, the system wouldn't allow him to refund the customer the cash that they paid for the VR glasses. But then he told the customer that if he went to a store that didn't have any VR goggles or VR glasses in stock, that store may be able to refund him because they don't have any more in stock. Somebody who works at GameStop, you got to tell me if this is fact or fiction, because that just sounded like I think I would be, if I was that guy, I would have been even more angered by that stupid suggestion, because really what he's suggesting that customer to do is waste more of his time. And like, I'm not even the customer, but I was getting angry for the dude, because hearing some of the feedback that I get from some of these employees is just mind blowing. And there's no way that things can be that inconsistent from store to store. But I seriously digress. Let me get back on track here. So if you saw some of the videos in the beginning, you'll see some of the footage that I got at GameStop. And what you'll notice is that at GameStop, there are a lot of the games that I've been mentioning in some of my other videos when it comes to finding rarer PS4 games at GameStop. You might have saw that they had a copy of Transformers. You also might have seen that they had a copy of Spider-Man 2. And so just, looking at those things, you can definitely see where, okay, you know what? There is still opportunity to pick those games up. But if you saw the prices, crazy. Like Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 4 is $50. Transformers Dark of the Moon or the Dark Spark is $50. So that's crazy. But nevertheless, I was able to find a pretty solid deal here where I was able to get my hands on a copy of Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. Now, I'd actually spoken about this game in one of my other videos, and somebody happened to mention to me that this game is going for $100 on eBay. And I was like, no way. This is like a $25 game. But then I went on eBay and I saw it. I was like, yeah, people are listing this game for $100. But there's two things. One, the sealed copies are $100. And two, it has to be the blue case. Now there is like PlayStation 4, like their greatest hits, they do have like red versions, like the red case. That's going to be like standard $19.99. But if you do have a sealed copy of Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, those are running between $80 and $100. So I picked this up. I do already have a copy. So yes, I'm going to flip this. I don't care. Call me a stinking reseller. Call me what you want. I felt like it was only right. GameStop is playing games out here. So whenever I get a chance to, get a one up, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So they definitely had this. This will probably go online. And I will recoup some of the money that I paid to get the pickup of the month. And so I definitely wanted to show everyone this game because this truly is the pickup of the month. If you've never heard of this game, this is a PlayStation 2 classic. It is called the Red Star. And if you've never heard of the Red Star is a sick game. It's not super expensive, but it is one of the more expensive PlayStation 2 games. But the gameplay on this game is ridiculously sick. So you can play as one of three characters. This is kind of like a side-scrolling, it's a mix of side-scrolling hack and slash beat 'em up. But then once you get to the boss battles, it turns into almost like a shooter, like a shoot 'em up, actually. Because each player, I think, does have like some type of gun or weapon, and they each have like a special power-up move. And so the bosses, like when you get to the bosses, whenever it comes to the part of their attacks where they're kind of like shooting at you, they shoot at you in this kind of like bullet hell style. So you kind of have to dodge in the same way you would dodge like in a shoot 'em up. And then you're able to use your projectile weapons to blast back. But the Red Star is just a sick game on PlayStation 2. If you've never heard of it or seen it, just pop into YouTube, the Red Star, watch some of the gameplay footage. This is one of the better PlayStation 2 games. I actually had this on the PlayStation 2 before I sold it, but my copy was it was only the box in the game. I didn't have the manual. I was able to put in an offer. Like I told you, if I buy games online, I only do it by putting in offers. I don't just do the buy now. Someone had this posted online for I think $85 or $90. I offered them the price charting value of what this game goes for, which is $70. And I didn't have to spend any money out of pocket because I've actually sold roughly around $300 worth of games this month. Just getting rid of stuff that I don't play anymore, like loose end, like PlayStation 3 games and Xbox games. I think I sold a Wii bundle. So just in getting rid of some of that stuff, I did have a little bit more of a budget to pick up one more game this month. And so the Red Star is definitely a great game that I picked up. This one is actually sealed. It's not, I don't know if it's brand new. It's sealed. I'm going to pop this open because I want to play it. Not in perfect condition. I think there is a break in the seal somewhere, but I do like the fact that it's complete. I do plan on tearing this up tonight. But yeah, check this out, man. If you've never heard of this, the Red Star on PlayStation 2, I am really, really stoked. This is probably the last pickup. No, I actually have one more game coming in the mail, which I got, and that was a PlayStation 2 game that I wanted to add back into the collection. I'll share that with you. But so far, March and the first quarter has shaped up to be a month of like some really solid pickups. I'm glad to get this back in the collection because the Red Star is an uncommon game. It's not one that you see a lot. I'm going to have fun with this. So looking forward to eating some dinner. I'm going to go cook some dinner. I'm going to go watch a movie with the kiddo, probably Paw Patrol, because she's all about Paw Patrol. And then once everybody lays down, we're going to go ahead and get down and dirty with the Red Star. Hope you guys got to pick up some cool stuff this weekend. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you've ever heard of the Red Star. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.